Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Venus and the Void. I wanted to do a quick video on here today to share something that I channeled while I was reading. So, I'm currently reading When God Was a Woman by Merlin Stone, and I've wanted to get my hands on this book for so long, and I finally checked my other books off. So I was able to get a hold of this one. And essentially what this book is a it serves as a reminder and a roadmap to the past when women were revered as goddesses and goddesses were worshipped. And in reading this book, it really unearths the history that has been previously hidden and buried due to the patriarchy. I think it's funny that we associate feminine energy with creative energy, and yet we consider the creator masculine, and we kind of have been conditioned to view the creator as masculine. In this book, she kind of walks us back in time to where women were revered as, sages and wise women and queens and goddesses were worshipped as an equal count as an equal, as opposed to a consort or a counterpart to other gods, right? So if that tickles your fancy and you like stuff like this, I definitely recommend reading it. I'm not done with it. I'm only about a quarter of the way through. But as I was doing my reading the other week, I started channeling. Um, and it kind of just came to me in the form of like a download. Like I was reading and then I ended up just channeling something. So in this video, I want to read what I channeled, or kind of like the revelation that I had. Okay. So I'm just going to read it. While reading, I had a thought of how the woman, womb man, and I wrote it like that, womb man, even controls the timing of family planning. The man can, at any time, uh, push out his creative energy at any time, but the woman's body moves and operates cyclically. That's why we call it a cycle, right? We have a 28-day cycle, much like we have the 28 phases or the 28 days of the moon. Um, and it's very interesting because back in ancient times, when the moon was actually much closer to the earth, women would all, I think, ovulate during the new moon and menstruate during the full moon. I believe that's what it was. Or it might be the other way around, but women's bodies synced up. When we were in tune with nature, our bodies naturally synced up with the moon. So that's just kind of a fun fact. So, anyway, moving back, the man can create at any time, but the woman's body moves and operates cyclically, meaning that conception is inherently on her time, right? So let's think about that. A man can go and impregnate and do what he needs to do to like release his seed at any point, and there's not as much intention behind it. However, a woman, because her body moves in cycles, there are periods of her cycle or points within her cycle, those margins of times where she's more likely to conceive and less likely. And so if a woman is able to conceive, it's because it's not that the man had a strong seed, it's that she had the soil, her body was prepared to nurture it. And I think that's very powerful. So conception is inherently on her time, not his. He and his seed is at the mercy of her timing. This displays the beauty and the divinity of the woman, and also the destiny of the child. That a child was conceived on her perfect timing does denote the sacred force of the child's life. Life is cyclical, and at times we know it can be, or time as we know it is linear. So I also did this little diagram here. Life is cyclical, and time as we know it, as we understand it, is linear. Life does not adjust to our predispositions and prejudices of time. We must all learn to accept the cycles of life. And a woman, the womb, is life. And then I put hashtag spiral goddess. I don't know why I don't know why that was so empowering to me. Like when I started looking at that and I started just kind of thinking and meditating on my time in this book. And by the way, that theme, if it's in this book, I have not read it. What I was reading had nothing to do with that, but it just kind of came in the form of a download. I forgot what I was reading. I think they were talking about agriculture or something like that. But anyway, I just thought that was really interesting. The fact that even life itself, even the creation of life itself really is on a woman's divine timing. Obviously there's a greater force, there's a god force that's greater than anything that we know, whether it be feminine or masculine energy, um divine energy. I think that it's amazing when you consider the fact that if a woman conceives a child, it's on her time. And the father does play a role, the man does play a role, and I'm not taking anything away from that. It's still his seed that she has to nurture. But in light of the timing, the fact that it has to be that perfect margin of time, because there's a window of time throughout the month that a woman will not conceive, right? Or the chances of conception are very low. So I just thought that was really beautiful. I thought it was really interesting. And yeah, this book has got I've have so many like pages like flipped, that have given me ideas. And this is a great book. This is a great book to read if you are interested in understanding and kind of dismantling the ideas of the patriarchy. She does name some goddesses here that inspired her to uncover her journey. But I think that this book all around is it's great. It's described as a landmark exploration of the ancient worship of the great goddess and the eventual suppression of women's rights. And the way that she spelled rights is like rights, meaning that this is a rites of passage. So not just like legal rights, but the rights of passageway, the rights of development and spiritual growth. So anyway, from what I've read so far, and I do plan on doing a full book review on the channel and sharing my biggest takeaways before you have to purchase this book. So if it seems like something you're interested in, or maybe you can just take the notes that I give you from it, take the high level stuff and leave the rest behind. But I do think that um this book is going to play an integral part because there's so many things already that I resonate with in this book, and things that I'm like, yes, that's what I've been saying. Yes, that's what I've been feeling. Yes, exactly. Like she gets it. Somebody gets it. So, again, I'm not trying to be like a super hyper feminist or anything like that. And I'm not a particularly political person. However, um, we cannot deny the history and the facts. The facts are the facts, right? Like our history as women has been tainted, it's been poisoned, it's been erased. And I think that has I think there's a lot of women in history. Hatshepsut, the Egyptian, I'm gonna go on forever talking about this. Like if I don't let me start talking about this, because I will not shut up, and I don't want this video to be too long. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah, it's a great read so far. And it's something that again, I'm just now starting to read this book. But it's something that I've been studying for a long time. There's just the subject matter is something I've been studying for a long time, and kind of like the history of how our spirituality was taken away from us, everything. Uh, Very interesting stuff. But anyway, if I keep talking, I'm never gonna shut the fuck up. So I'm gonna let you guys go.